morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Get Rich 101. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put my coffee. Oh, look, I got the Get Rich 101 coffee cup. All right, put it over here. So, shout out to Media Network, New Thought Media Network right over here. And I give thanks to them for continuing to let me grow, let me grow, let me grow. And 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 I'm encouraging you to watch me on YouTube. Watch me on YouTube. Watch me on YouTube. I come on every day, every weekday, Monday through Friday, 9:45 a.m. But it's important to note, after I do it at 9:45, the video stays up. So wherever you're watching this, whether you're watching it on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, wherever, the video will continue to play. That said, I would like you to watch me on Facebook. No, on YouTube. Like, subscribe, catch me on YouTube, because that's been the best of the ones that I've tried thus far. Okay, so let's get started. So I had a thought today, just this this moment as I was getting dressed. I think I want to try to promote everything I'm doing, because I'm doing a lot less than I used to do, but I'm not doing as much as I have been planning to do. Wait a minute, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. So anyway, let me talk to you about what I'm doing. So first of all, I've got the book. Here we are. Hack Your Pain Now. Hack Your Pain Now. That's available as an audiobook. It's available as an ebook. Wait a minute. Audiobook. Yeah, ebook, and available as a print on the as a paperback book. A paperback book. So that's available in all the different ways. The book, once again, is Hack Your Pain Now. So that's that. And I'm also doing Get Rich 101. Doing Get Rich 101. This is what you're watching me on right now, right? And I've told you now that it is available forever. It's available forever. Once you watch it or you catch it later, it's still available to you. It's still available to you. So what the difference is at 9:45 I'm doing it live. I'm doing it live. And then after that you get to watch the replay. All right. Now I've tweaked my website, and I've got the most recent episode of the podcast available on my website. So that's what I got. I got it shows the three most recent podcast series. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. 3 most recent podcast episodes. There we go. So if you go to SeikuRights.com, go to SeikuRights.com, it'll show you that right there. It's got my name, my face, a little bit about the book, How to Hack Your Pain Now, and then it says Get Rich 101 Podcast. It's got the episode, well, Big Money Monday, Friday, Beyonce File. So anyway, it shows you the most recent thing. What you will notice is I've started adding the number of the episode, which is the same number that I've started running, right? So the same number that I've been running every day is the same number that I've chosen to count the labels, right? So that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing, because that way I can keep it conscious. I can keep it on top. I can keep it top of mind. And keep it top of mind, and I can be able to know what I'm doing before I do it. See, because what I'm trying to avoid is when people ask me what day I'm on, I'm always like, I got to look at my phone, and I'm trying to get more in sync. All right. So anyway, today is day 773. 773. That's incredible. That's incredible. That's incredible. All right. So talked about the book. I talked about the podcast. And now there's one more thing. I've got to get into the podcast place where I built the podcast. I don't know how. I've tried a few different ways, but it didn't do anything. So I need to get into Spotify, which is where I created the podcast to begin with. I've got to log in and do some tweaks. So hopefully I can do that soon. And if you guys can help me, let me know. Let me know. Okay, so let me see here. I've got something I want to share with you guys. Let me see if I can get this to go without me signing in. I don't want that. I just want to just play. Here we go.
Real estate.
No. What if you can't find tenants?
How about I put it into stocks then?
No, the market could crash.
So I shouldn't invest in anything?
No, you should invest in everything so you have a diversified portfolio.
Okay, I'm going to start it again. Get it going. Here we go. Should I put all my money in Bitcoin? Right? That's the question. Here we go.
Should I put all my money in Bitcoin?
No, it's extremely unstable.
How about all of it in real estate?
No, what if you can't find tenants?
How about I put it into stocks then?
No, the market could crash.
So I shouldn't invest in anything?
No, you should invest in everything so you have a diversified portfolio.
Okay. So this is what Mark is suggesting. Mark is suggesting investing in everything. But not all of us have the ability to trade in everything from the beginning. See, the reason that Bitcoin is so popular is because it's so cheap. Well, it's cheap to buy into it, because if you could only buy it per share, that'd be a lot of money. It would be like $100,000 or something like that. But you can buy a little piece of that for as little as possible, $5, $6, small amounts of money. Right? And that's a lot better than real estate, because real estate typically carries more to get involved. Right? So he's talking about having a diversified portfolio, right? And being out there for everyone. But you got to remember that you just got to focus on what you can focus on. You focus on what you can focus on, and then you expand from there. So stocks. I was watching Mark Tilbury this morning, and he was talking about his 7 streams of income. Now, you've heard that number before. 7 streams of income. Well, 7 streams of income is a loose guide. It's a loose guide, right? It's 7 streams of income, but it's loose. That's all I can say. It's loose. It's a loose guide, right? But what he's talking about is his fourth stream of income with stocks. 4 streams of income with stocks, right? Now we're talking about this man, Mark Tilbury, who's a millionaire, right? And he's using stocks as one of the ways to get rich. Now, it's so funny because it's such an easy thing to overlook. It's an easy thing to overlook, but stocks are the way that most of us can do it because we can access it for little amounts of money. The same amount of money you can access Bitcoin, you can access stocks, right? And you can just buy a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. And eventually it'll grow enough such that you can look for something else to invest your money in. But you got to start with a little bit of something you know. So for example, well, one other thing I was watching this morning, this I forget his name, but it's a black man who was making $12 an hour. $12 per hour. I just want to point that out. He was making $12 per hour. $12 per hour, right? And he saved that, and now he's worth $500 million. No, $500,000. He's now worth $500,000, right? Because he just saved his money. He saved his money. He saved, I believe, $25 per thing for what's it called? Year paycheck. Well, thanks King for helping me out. But he saved $25 out of his paycheck. Yes, he paid $25 out of his paycheck every month. Only $25 out of your paycheck every month, right? He's getting paid $12 per hour, right? He's saving $25. $25, that's it. That's it. And sooner or later, it got to a point where his net value was $25,000. His net value, right? And then he started spending that money on stocks. And then with a diversified interest, the way it combines itself, you don't take the money out, you let the money combine itself, grew bigger and bigger and bigger. And now he's got $500,000 net worth. Right? Now he's still making $12 an hour. $12 an hour, right? It's not about where you get the money from. It doesn't matter how little it is. You got to be committed to your future self. You've got to be committed to your future self. See, because the more little bits of money you set aside, the more you give your future self to reach back. The more you give your future self to reach back, right? Now, if you don't simply spend any money given to yourself, your future self, you're only working on today's self. You're only working on today, like money to last forward, right? But you've got to put money aside for now, and you've got to put some money reaching back for you. Because that self, you got to picture him too. Picture that self of yours futuristically. Say let's say he's 80, and what does he have? What does he have? Because you've got to invest in him so he can reach back for you. So you got to put that money aside. So the guy I was just talking about, he's got $500,000 reaching back, and he's all set now. But he started with $25 per month. $25 per month. That's it. All right, folks. Let's see what else we got in terms of questions. Let's see. Let's see. True, but shouldn't you spend your rent money on the stock market? I think you're asking, shouldn't you spend your money on the stock market, right? I think that's what you're asking. Yeah, yeah, on YouTube. Free King was asking me. So what I'm saying is, you should spend. You should always be spending money on your future self. You should always, always be spending money on yours, your. Free King is telling me to slow down in terms of your future self, right? So what you have to do is get it to a small enough amount that you don't even have to think about it. Like $25 off of a $12 per hour salary is nothing. But you got to get to nothing for you. So you got to set aside well, my thing, 10%. 10%. So if you give $100, that's $10. $10 is 10%, right? That's easy math. Easy math. Just move the decimal point over 1. And that's easy math, right? And then you get yourself to know that that's not a lot of money. No matter how big the number is, 10% is not much money, right? So you get in the habit of taking out 10% and setting aside. So what you need to do is you need to put your money aside in the stock market. Put your 10% aside in the stock market at the same time that you pay your rent, the same time that you pay all your things. Just do it. Just set your money aside to happen automatically. All right. I hope that got. I hope my point got across. All right. Let's see. Free King is sending me a message from the kitchen here. Let's see. What about living in the present? How are you living in the moment while preparing for your future self? What about living in the present? Oh, for my guest? Oh, so she's asking you what you are doing to prepare for your future self. Oh, he's coming back. He wants to know like a 401k. A 401k is really, I mean, I had a 401k, right? But I had to really figure it out because at first I just had a 401k. I just put my money in, just didn't touch it, right? Until ultimately I sold it. Long story short. But what I didn't do is I didn't own it. I didn't own it. So what I did was I had to get more knowledgeable than the basic information they give you for your 401k. They give you basic information 401k. That's basic though. What you need to do is I'll give you a shortcut. What you got to work on is the S&P 500. The S&P 500. That's where you need to put your money. Any derivative of the S&P 500, that's the way to go. Because that is S&P 500 is a big, huge thing of 500 companies, 500 of the best known companies in the United States, 500 of them buying them at the same time. Can you imagine buying some at the same time? So you got to buy S&P 500. That's the best bet. So get yourself together. Get on the S&P 500, and don't worry about your your 401k, because your 401k is not really built for you, right? You can go in and you can try to tweak some things, but better if you start something separate. Start something separate. Start buying a 401k. Start buying a Standard & Poor's S&P 500, and have it be built separately, little bit separately. So what I've said thus far is just take a little bit of money, you set that aside, and it goes into your S&P 500. Small amounts. It'll take you till you get to about $500 before it turns into a full share, but the benefits start immediately. All right. Okay, let's see. Free King. Question from YouTube. The person saying that you should not spend your rent money on stocks. Of course not. However, you can prioritize what you can afford to invest in stocks. That does not affect you providing a shelter for yourself. Ashe. Okay, King was just making that more clear. All right, folks. I think I'm done. I'm just reminding you and reminding myself that every little bit helps. Because I'm thinking about myself, because I spent some money over the weekend and I meant to upcharge a dollar that I give myself to Charles Schwab, right? So no matter where I spend money, I try to upcharge it by adding a dollar and putting that dollar into my fund for the future, right? But I didn't do it. I thought about doing it, but I didn't do it. And so I need to remind myself that I need to spend my dollar on my Charles Schwab investment for the future me. All right, folks. I'm not sure why I'm having trouble speaking today, but it's all good. And thanks for tuning in, Bronx LT, and everyone else that's been checking out the show today. And thanks for being here. And remember that now is better than perfect. Actually. All right, folks. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be chatting with Reverend Mel. We'll be talking about money. And then on Thursday, we'll be talking about money with my fiance. And yeah, let's go. Let's get everything going. And we'll see you tomorrow. Later.